Is your organization leveraging the collective wisdom of its people? Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Future in 5. My name is Jacob Morgan. This is where I share my thoughts, ideas, and commentary on the future of work in 5 minutos or less. Before we get to this week's topic, I have to thank the folks over at Prism for making this week's episode possible. Prism is P-R-Y-S-M. They're doing some really cool stuff around designing beautiful visual workspaces for small, medium, or large-sized screens. It's really a fascinating way for employees to communicate and collaborate. Looks like something out of the future. Really cool stuff. Check it out at prism.com. That's P-R-Y-S-M. So, to this week's topic around leveraging the collective intelligence of your people. Now, there's a story that goes, Sir Francis Galton in 1906 went to a fair in Plymouth. There was around 800 or 1,000 people that were there. And typically at a fair, there's games, there's all sorts of fun stuff going on. And he was intrigued by one of the games that was going on. It was a guessing game. And basically what people had to do, they had to guess the weight of an ox, or what the weight of the ox would be after it was completely stripped and dressed as if it was being served. So butchered, chopped up, and a little gruesome, and completely dressed. So all the people that were there started guessing. They all submitted their tickets. Again, it was around 800 or 1,000 people to see if they could guess what the weight of this ox would be after it was slaughtered and it was dressed. And so Sir Francis Galton was very intrigued. And so what he did is, after all the people submitted their guesses on little sheets of paper, and after the contest and everything was over, he went through and he collected all of the guesses that people made. He collected all the sheets of paper and he did some statistical analysis on it. And he actually found that the overall average, when he took sort of the 800 or 1,000 people's answers into one, he found that the average of all their answers was only 1 pound off from what the actual weight was. It was more accurate than any single individual, and it was more accurate than the actual professionals that were there that worked for cattle farms. So it really goes to show that the collective intelligence and the collective wisdom of a large group of people can actually do a lot of interesting stuff. Now, in that example, we're talking about guessing the weight of an ox. But think about your organization. Let's say you have a strategic initiative or a strategic problem that you're looking to solve. Or let's say you have a new opportunity that you want to identify. Is your organization in a position where it's able to leverage the collective intelligence and wisdom of the hundreds, of the thousands, of the tens of thousands of people that are there to help make you better and more informed decisions? That's something that I think is a big part of the future of work. We're so used to managers and the people at the top making all the decisions for everybody else, right? The famous pyramid that we all have come to know and love. We're so used to managers and people at the top making decisions on behalf of everybody else that this concept of collective intelligence and collective wisdom, the wisdom of crowds, I think is a complete new idea for a lot of organizations, and one that is particularly fascinating. And it's why I think there's such an opportunity for organizations that are leveraging internal social networks, internal collaboration platforms, video conferencing, all these different technologies that enable employees to connect with each other and to access information and to access people anywhere, anytime, and on any device. So again, we might not be talking about guessing the weight of an ox, but I bet that your organization has some very serious strategic initiatives that it's thinking about. And maybe, just maybe, it might be time to leverage the collective intelligence and wisdom of all of your employees to see what sort of answers they might come up with. Curious to hear what you think. Maybe your organization is already doing something like this. Maybe you have a cool story around it. I'd love to hear it. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you want to get access to more episodes of these videos, podcasts, articles, and other fun stuff that I'm working on, you can visit thefutureorganization.com. If you're interested in sponsoring a month of content that reaches tens of thousands of people every month, email me, jacob@thefutureorganization.com. Hey, are you interested in the future of work? If so, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the latest content on the future of work and stay up to date on all the latest trends and happenings. Not to mention, you will make me very, very happy. Make sure to subscribe.